Okay, so this is about half a piece that I wrote, and in advance I'd like to apologize for the terrible accent that you're about to hear. The piece is called God Lives Here. As long as I've lived, my mother's favourite phrase has always been, "This ain't no place for that, God lives here." It echoes in my head as I pull up in the front yard of my parents' home and spot my mother on the front porch. In her checked shirt, her hair in braids, she hasn't changed a jot. My earliest memories are of her yelling those same words from that same spot while my brothers roughhoused me. I guess she got sick of repeating herself because she started saying it with less frequency and volume. She would say it at the dinner table when we came in soaking and covered in mud, and whisper it when I tried to play my Game Boy in church. It became interactive, with Ma feeding us, "This ain't no place for that," prompting the less than enthusiastic response, "God lives here." With God in mind, I check myself over in the rearview mirror. My cross is visible around my neck, my tats covered, and my hair close enough to its original brown to pass muster. I couldn't exactly cover up the holes for my piercings, but I hoped Ma would take the clear studs in her stride. I needed her to let me in so I could say what I came to say. As I step out of the rental car, my father comes out of the house with a dish towel over his flannelette shoulder and heads straight for me. He gives me a kind of shake, hug, pat that the men of the family have all perfected. He holds me at arm's length, his big hairy hands on my shoulders, as he takes me in with a smile on his face, before slinging an arm around me and steering me toward the house. "How's city life, bucko?" he asks. "Suits me just fine," I tell him quietly before we reach Ma. We stop just in front of her, and I watch her scrutinize my appearance, checking that I meet her conditions. "Christopher," she greets. She doesn't smile, but she's not frowning either. Before she can say another word, the hinges on the front door are tested as David and Michael thunder out. "Nice ride, NY. No wonder you took so long," says Michael. "That thing's too pretty for a place like this." I considered telling them my flight was delayed, but I've never been any good at lying. "Now that your brother's here, how would you boys like to toss around the old pigskin while I fire up the grill?" asks Ma. To someone else, it might sound like a peace offering or a way to get us out of her hair while she cooks, but I know better. I've come out the worse for wear from scuffling with my brothers enough times to not want to relive the experience. But Michael whoops, and David heads straight for the garage. Dad still has his arm around me, so I extricate myself as casually as I can. "I'm gonna take my luggage upstairs," I say. "You guys start without me." Mother's eyes narrow as I pass her with my suitcase. I straighten my back and raise my chin, thinking it won't be the last sign of defiance she sees before I go. Inside, everything looks just about the same. I cross above the dining table, sparse landscapes hanging in the halls. Everything in its place but a handful of Dad's things. Hell, David and Michael's rooms still have posters and medals covering the wallpaper. When I reach my old room, I'm not surprised in the least. It's blue and lifeless, a guest bedroom. The only signs I ever lived here sits on the bedside table. I leave my suitcase by the door and sit down on the bed. I pick up the cowboy figurine and run my thumb over his worn paint. I remember clutching it one night, worried Ma would think I was dumb, but I was 5 and I had to ask. "Ma," I whisper. She has been tucking me in. She's been getting up to leave, her tucking in duties complete. "Where does God sleep?" "What's that, sweetheart?" "If God lives here," I say, "where does he sleep? Will I have to share my bed?" "No, dear," she says with a smile. "God lives inside all of us, right here." She touched her hand to my chest before leaning in as if to share a secret. "And he never sleeps." At the time it had seemed comforting. Now it frightens me.